Hi, I'm Laura Luecke, registered dietitian at Wabash General Hospital, and March is National Nutrition Month. In our first video for March, we showed you how to make Hasselback chicken with mozzarella, tomato, and basil. And today we're going to do roasted Brussels sprouts with balsamic vinegar and honey. So your ingredients that you're needing for this item are fresh Brussels sprouts, purchased locally from the grocery store, kosher salt, olive oil, honey, balsamic vinegar, and pepper. It's a pretty easy recipe, and I hope you enjoy making it with me. So the first thing we're gonna do is get our Brussels sprouts prepared. So they're lovely, they're little baby cabbages. It's a great way to get your kids to eat them. Tell them they're eating bushes or things that bunnies eat. Sometimes that really helps to promote vegetables in the home. But we wanna cut off the coarse ends. So just using a knife, get those cut off. So you've got a nice open area to show. And also, if any of your leaves don't look so pretty, like see how that one has a flaw? We want to get rid of those. That's not something that we really want to eat. So we'll pull off some of our leaves if we don't like them. And then we're going to want to cut all of our Brussels sprouts in half, just to help them roast evenly and better. Ta-da! Got 2 heads. This recipe that we're preparing today makes 6 servings. So we're using 1.5 pounds of Brussels sprouts. So we're gonna get all our Brussels sprouts cut for you and get them ready to get trayed up and flavored the way we want them. So once you've got your Brussels sprouts all cut in half and the loose leaves, save those leaves because they taste great and you're gonna wanna eat those too. Those roast up really, really nice. Get your pan ready, make sure it's heavily lined with foil. Make sure you either use a cooking spray on your pan or a little bit of olive oil. Just to keep everything from sticking onto the lining that you've placed down. And you're going to want to throw your Brussels sprouts onto your pan. So get them lined out. Remember, this is 1.5 pounds. And what you're going to want to do is you want to season your Brussels sprouts while they're on the pan. So the 3 things that we're going to use to season them before we throw them in the oven are olive oil, kosher salt, and that freshly ground pepper. So I like to keep my olive oil in a squirt bottle. It's just easier, I think, to pour and kind of control the amount we're gonna use. And we just wanna make sure we drizzle it on and get a nice coating because we're gonna be tossing this. I like to use my bare hands. If you're not comfortable with that, you can use a spoon or tongs, whatever makes you feel better. And remember, we've washed our hands before we're cooking. I also like to tell people I don't like to use my jewelry when I cook. I feel like I get stuff stuck in it, get flavors and oils and everything. So I typically take all my jewelry off before cooking at home. Today I've got on one of those easy to clean rings. So that's just something to remember because we don't want to, and we don't want to lose any jewelry in our food either. Don't want a diamond falling off. That could not be a fun experience as well. So I like to cook without my jewelry on, but everybody's different. So maybe you like that and you're okay with it. So once we've got a good even spread on those Brussels sprouts and those Brussels sprout leaves, I've accidentally dropped a couple of them on the counter, you can salt and pepper these Brussels sprouts to taste. So it's kind of how much you like. I like to sprinkle it on. I'm not a big salt girl, but I do enjoy kosher salt. So just kind of sprinkling it on top so we get a nice even spread throughout our Brussels sprouts. And you want to get your Brussels sprouts as flat as you can on your pan so that they roast better. And then taking that pepper grinder again, set the coarseness to what you like. Get your kids involved as well because they're going to enjoy that too. And put a nice even spread of coarse pepper. There we go. Get it added to our Brussels sprouts. Now we're going to put our Brussels sprouts in the oven at 425 degrees for 10 minutes. After the first 10 minutes, take them out, flip them over, and cook them for another 10. So your total cooking time is 20 minutes. When we pull our Brussels sprouts out of the oven, we're going to be adding our balsamic vinegar and honey to have a nice side dish. Okay, so our 20 minutes are up. We're going to take our Brussels sprouts out of the oven. As you can see, those leaves crust up really nice. They're really crunchy. And now we're going to add our balsamic vinegar and honey. Now the recipe calls for a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar and a teaspoon of honey, which you can season as you like or as needed in your home. I like to pour honey straight from here, trying to transport it to like a bowl or something and then trying to drizzle it in, I find just doesn't work. But the nice spouts that come with your honey bears makes it pretty easy. So we're gonna just drizzle it on. And you can see it makes a nice spider web, and you can do as little or as much as you desire. And one of my favorite things to go with Brussels sprouts is balsamic vinegar. I know the recipe only calls for 1 tablespoon, but I might go a little heavy on this. And be careful with your pours on the balsamic vinegar. It's very easy to get a lot instead of just a little like you want. So you're just gonna pour that right on top. I like to do it while it's on the pan. You've already got a dirty pan, it's already messy. Well, I put everything in a bowl and then make things messy again. But the choice is yours. If you want to make it more evenly distributed, you're welcome to put these in and then mix it all together. And last but not least, we're ready to serve them up. These are nice and hot. I'm gonna see if I can grab a crunchy one. These are delicious. Thank you for joining me today for roasted Brussels sprouts with balsamic vinegar and honey, and we'll see you for our next video. Have a good day.